Welcome back to Dirt Designs. This is a little update to the Dogs of War army. Since my last video, Games Workshop released the Renegade Crowns army. And that is more close to what I would have for a Dogs of War list. So I've decided to pivot to a Renegade Crowns army. It'll still basically be the same army, but I'll be using the Renegade Crowns rules. However, in the list, there are the Sellsword infantry. Now, I have the Dogs of War pikemen that I had planned to use for spearmen, but because, one, spears kind of suck in this current edition of the game, and two, I didn't want to glue shields and stuff on my metal Dogs of War pikemen, I decided to make a unit of the Sellsword infantry. So here they are. They are made, most of them are made from the Fireforge Games Almujar kit. I'm probably butchering that name. It's part of their like Spanish line. The bodies are really cool because I didn't want anything that looked Empire and I didn't want anything that looked Bretonnian. So I wanted something that would look like its own thing. Something that looked kind of rough and tumble, like a brutish fighter, not like a fancy person, like a knight or a greatsword. And this kit is great. Let me try and find one like this guy. As you can see, he has a chainmail shirt on, and he's got these kind of like leg wraps. So that really looks nothing like Bretonnian or Empire. Like this guy here. Same idea. And this is a great base model, in my opinion, to make something like that looks border princey and not either of those two current human armies. I 3D printed a bunch of the shields. They're from many different manufacturers or from my mini factory. Some are Victus, some are Landor Studios. It's a whole mishmash. And also on these guys, I gave them backpacks. Back to this guy I just had. These are part of a Victus pack as well. And I've got like different, this one here, where is it? Oh, there's this one. It has a bottle on it, a cup. They're really cool. So I printed a bunch of backpacks. Obviously, in an actual army, you would have your baggage train carry all your stuff. But to kind of give these guys a more mercenary, self-sufficient kind of look, I figured a lot of them would carry their own gear instead of paying the baggage train person to carry it for them. I also like the silhouette it gives. We have also in the unit, I had planned to, I bought this file from Medievalist. I planned to fill out the unit with this because it had a really cool chainmail type body. So I bought the file and I planned to fill out the unit with it. However, I found a whole bunch of bodies from the War Games Atlantic Conquistador kit. And they were just sitting there and I was like, why bother 3D printing stuff when I can just use those? So this guy here, he's a War Games Atlantic Conquistador backpack. So, and the swords are from all over the place. Some are from the kit, some are Empire swords, some are Free Company Empire swords. They're all over the place. So I have the drummer here, he's full War Games Atlantic. This guy's got the Bretonnian flag, Empire head, the body from the Fireforged Almujars. This shield's really cool. This is from Victus. It was part of that set I bought. He's got his lantern hanging from it. A little fish to eat later. So that added to the mercenary feel of the unit. I plan to convert a champion. I haven't really decided what to do with that yet. But so far, these are my Sellsword infantry. I think they're really cool. They're different. And I can also use them in other games if I want. If like I'm playing D&D and I need some kind of thug guys, I can use them for that. they're pretty versatile as they're not tied to one specific Warhammer army. So I really like them. I plan to just do like a color drench on them, do like a brown wash, and then I'll go in and highlight, kind of sticking to my painting things to 75% and then finishing the detail later. So that's my plan for these guys. I really like them. I think they'll fit in nicely with my current Dogs of War army. So up next, I'm going to show you my Brigands for the army. And here are the Brigands armed with blunderbusses. I wanted this unit to look a little more wild, I guess. Like these guys are just living out in the woods, hunting rabbits with their blunderbusses, and they've been called to duty or been hired to help out with an army. It's a mix of all kinds of things, like usual. A lot of the bodies I also use were the Amukars. There's also some Free Company bodies. And there's a few Vevictus bodies in there. Full models as well. So, I wanted to go for a silhouette. We'll use this guy as an example. I really like the coat with the gun and the backpack. It's very like World War I kind of silhouette almost. I think it's really cool. And for these guys, I decided to give them the heads from the Empire Archer kit with the fur to give them more of that Cossack, almost like living in the woods type of look. So this guy is he's all kinds of bits. This is mostly Free Company, I think, with the Empire hat and backpack. Yeah, this guy's mostly Free Company. You have something like this. This is fully Vevictus. They have a nice kit with lots of blunderbusses in it. We got his backpack. I even printed some little canteens for them to add to that like long hunter type of wooded look. Here we have another guy with a fur hat. Like I said, I really like the silhouette on these guys, much to the same as my Sellsword infantry. I like having them have the backpacks to have that self-sufficient look. This guy, he's got like you know, he looks kind of like a Viking woodsy guy. Also on him, I gave him the bird like he just captured some food, and I 3D printed these powder horns. I figured them having the blunderbusses, they would need obviously powder horns for their guns. I believe this guy is also fully Vevictus. So I really like how these guys came out. I think I may print a few more to bulk out the unit, but they're pretty neat. So as in if you saw my other video with my Dark Elves, I'll use those for Brigands with crossbows. These are my Brigands with blunderbusses, and I have Brigands with double hand weapons. So we move these guys out of the way, and any Dogs of War fans will recognize these as Vespero's Vendetta. And these will be my two-hand weapon Brigands. So obviously, these are actual Dogs of War models. And they're some of my favorites. I like their Italian look. Vespero's cool with his mask, obviously. I mean, you can't go wrong with this guy. So much detail. I like these guys that are about to parry with their offhand. They're just great, and they just perfectly fit in with that brigand thing and to fill out the Dogs of War army. I plan to bulk out this unit. There is, I believe, Last Sword Miniatures has their own version of Vespero's Vendetta. So I'm going to buy that STL and print a few out to bulk this unit out in case I want to split it into two separate units or have a big unit of them. So that's the plan with the Brigands. I have the Dark Elf Brigands for crossbows, Vesperos for double hand weapon, and the Blunderbuss unit. So that is the current update on my Dogs of War / Renegade Crowns army list. So stay tuned until next time. I think we'll be starting on some cavalry.